today? Welcome to that Oneness Guy. This is vlog number 9, if you believe it. We are moving right along here in Vlogville, USA. All right, staying right in theme here. We're going to keep it musical. As you can see, I got my bass right here. So we're going to be singing at the end of this vlog. Today's episode goes back to what I started to refer to in the earlier episode regarding the tools that we use in oneness. And today's theme for this vlog is acceptance and surrender. Okay, because they are two tools that I like to use a lot, especially when I'm speaking about oneness. And we start with acceptance. I start with acceptance because we cannot fully come to terms with understanding oneness without having a concrete level of acceptance in our life. And what I mean in that is that oneness teaches us, as you've heard me say many times before, that there are no accidents in a perfect universe. So when we know that and when we come to terms with that, we see that obviously everything happens for a reason. And the reason for that is because it happened. Okay, so everything happens for a reason, and there are no accidents in a perfect universe. So when we have that as the backdrop of our lives, meaning acceptance, all right, we tend to naturally understand that we have to accept everything in life, right? And I would go as far as to say what you may deem as good and bad. Even though I don't like to say good and bad because, as you know, as you've heard me say before, saying that something is good or bad is just implying a judgment. And in oneness, as we know, there is no such thing as judgment. When we say acceptance, we just mean that we see life through the eyes of oneness, if you may, okay? That we're letting it all come in, we're accepting it, okay? And it's actually a tool, because when you do come to that stage of your life, obviously of full acceptance, just think about it. It just naturally removes stress, right? Because you're accepting all that is, okay? And now from acceptance, we move on to surrender. All right, surrender, I like to say, naturally follows acceptance, because even though we learn to accept everything in life that we encounter, there are always moments or times or happenings or events that we face in life that we feel may be insurmountable, if you may. So it's at those times in life that it benefits us to understand, like you've heard me say before, that we are never alone, that we have that silent partner. You can call that silent partner God, spirit, angel, as you've heard me say before, or what I use in my book, the acronym STEVLS. You can call it what you will, but you have to know that we are never alone and that we do have that silent partner. I like to revert back to what Dr. Dyer said many years ago, and he says, if you knew who walks beside you at all times on the path that you have chosen, you could never experience fear or doubt again. Isn't that beautiful? We've also heard surrender phrased as let go and let God. There's plenty of them out there like that. Leap and the net will appear. We have to have that inherent knowing that someone is there with us. So that's what we mean by surrender. And it happens to be a tool because you just think about it. When you surrender something, what do? You say, hey, I don't want this weight on my shoulders. Be gone with it. Take it. I give it. I hand it over to you. Hand it over to God, whatever you say. Now, that's how I lead in to this song, because that's what happened to me. As you know from my first book, I referenced it, that when I got laid off from my job that I had for 30 years, and it was a very trying time for Andrea and myself, but I needed to surrender that uncertainty to my higher source in the knowing that I have a partner. So it was like 2 days after it happened that I wrote this song. There's a path that I walk every day. All the faces never change. Same routine, though I hope and I pray. It's my choice, no one to blame. To think I might be missing a life that's meant for me. Can I decide the meaning of my life and hope that all my plans just turn out right? Surrender. Just a blink and a year passes by. Wonder where the time has flown. Have these days all been led by light? Don't know how I could have known. To think I might be missing a life that's meant for me. All my thoughts dismissing what might be meant to be. Can I decide the meaning of my life and hope that all my plans just turn out right? And can I be sure my choices all make sense? Will changes that I make have consequence? And can I decide the meaning of my life and hope that all my plans just turn out right? Surrender. And that, my friends, is surrender. Once again, one of the tools in oneness. Again, we'll have acceptance and surrender. So with that said, I thank you as always for tuning in to that Oneness Guy vlog. I ask that if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. You will see the address right here, all right, where you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And just so you know, I do have a new website that features all of that Oneness Guy. The podcast, the vlogs, and the blogs are on thatonenessguy.com, where you can join in on the action and the conversation as well too, because it's a very interactive site. And as you also know, you can always email me at dannyrongo@gmail.com, I should say. So with that said, I thank you again for tuning in. Please stay in touch, look up all my stuff, and until next time, in continued oneness, namaste. Hey.